Blazers are trapping this ball screen. This is not the player that Damian Lillard needs to be worried about. This is the player Damian Lillard needs to be worried about. Jeremy Grant's coming up to take the man rolling. If a skip pass is made here, Jeremy Grant recovers here, and this player comes back here. But why is Damian Lillard dropping all the way down and not defending this Bulls player who's one pass away? As soon as this guard pulls his dribble back, Drew Eubanks can recover. Okay, so let's take a look. He just pulled his dribble back, so Anthony Simons now can guard one-on-one, and you can recover. So why are you still sticking around the ball for absolutely no reason? Like, you're taking way too long to recover. Is going on. If you are Josh Hart, you have to sprint back. There's a Bulls player here. Someone should probably tell him that. He should probably already know, though, that he needs to sprint back just in case something like this happens. He does not. What on earth is Jeremy Grant doing here? Could you please get back? Why are you going towards the ball like that? What? Okay, so this Blazers player has got to recover when he's supposed to. When does Dragic pick his dribble up? Now, okay? So now you should be recovering. So this backside defender doesn't have to stick around, okay? He can just come right back out. But look at this Blazers player sticking around. So now this backside defender's got to stay longer than he should, and it leads to an open Levine 3. This horrible, stay connected to your man. Look what happens because you're not connected to your man. So this Blazers player is setting up like this screen is being set here. But you're not connected to your man, so he flips the angle of the screen, and you should be setting up here. But you're setting up towards the wrong angle of the screen. This player here does not need to step up so much in drop coverage. Look at this right here. Okay, so this Blazers player does a great job of stepping up into the gaps right here. All right, so Dragic isn't going anywhere. So you can drop with Drummond because where's Dragic going? This player's right here in the gap. Why do we have 3 people converging on the ball? So you switch this first ball screen, fine. What is Drew Eubanks doing? You need to get up. There's another ball screen that this player's coming off. And you're not... Look at Eubanks. Where are you? The Blazers are in drop coverage. Not a fan, but you can get around this. This player does not need to be this far down. This player, there's a Bulls player here and here. You got to be able to guard both and rotate to where the ball goes. So you need to get up the line a little bit more because if the ball goes here, you've got to rotate here. Look at this Blazers player. Look at how far... Like, you have no way of guarding this player if the ball gets rotated there. That's why it's so much easier to hedge. Look at if I hedge and cut Dragic's dribble off and I push him out here. Now I can get backside help, but there's a lot more air time on this pass if a skip pass is made for me to recover. See, when you give Dragic the lane, look at this. This pass is much easier to make, and this backside defender's got to come way more in. So there's less time to get out on a skip pass, and I have to come further in to be in backside help. So, see, now you're just giving up 2-on-1s. Now this is just not working. Up, push Dragic out. I need this backside defender to come here on Vucevic's roll. Okay? This player can sink down and guard these Bulls players 2 passes away. But I need to push Goran Dragic out of the lane. I cannot be... I mean, you give up a 2-on-1. I mean, of course this is going to happen. Gotta be more urgency here with Eubanks. All right, when this pass gets made. All right, now this player drops into the gaps. Good, does a great job. Dribbles picked up, passes made. You need to get right back up and start hitting Vucevic, battling for real estate, initiating contact. You can't just sit in the paint and let yourself get sealed like this. First of all, you're taking weight. Like right now, get into defensive stance. Feet set. Get your feet set. This is not a defensive stance. And there's got to be more urgency on this closeout. This pass is getting made. Look at the lack of urgency on this closeout right here. So look at this. Now you're still moving your feet upward as Levine's about to rip and go right by you. Have to have backside help on a pick and pop, okay? So if this pass gets made, this player's got to rotate here. This player's got to get way more up the line because he's coming here, this player here, and this player drops here, all in unison on this first pass. If you have no backside help, you're giving up warm-up shots. If I want to run drop coverage here, I need to angle DeRozan. I got to force him to come this way. I can't let him use this screen this way. Why is that? Because I have a defender in the gaps here. So if I'm up and forcing DeRozan here, there's no place to go. I'll be able to stunt, recover, and DeRozan can't go anywhere. But when you're running drop coverage towards this part of the floor, there's no one in the gaps, and DeRozan gets right in the lane for an easy 2. All right, if you're doubling at the rim right here, these players have got to be ready. So here's the double. These players can't be coming into the paint. These players need to be out and ready to rotate. So right here, again, when the pass gets made here, this player rotates, which he does. But this player's got to then rotate here, okay? And then this player would then immediately rotate up onto this third option here. But look at this. These Blazers players are coming in the paint. They're not ready to rotate on the perimeter. Not happen. As Eubanks is getting back, he's got to be getting back towards Vucevic, so he's battling for real estate and initiating contact. Look at Eubanks. He's getting all the way back to the paint. Look at how much space you're giving Vucevic, and it's just not going to work. We have 3 Blazers players converging on Vucevic right here, but once this pass gets made out, stop. These 2 Blazers players are getting way too comfortable guarding nobody. You got to sprint here, you got to sprint here, or you need to sprint here, and you need to sprint here. Look at these Blazers players. They're just standing around lollygagging, guarding no one. Same exact thing. Look at this player. So you're guarding here. It doesn't matter. Sprint back. Look at this player lightly backpedaling. So if you had sprinted back, Zach LaVine has no place to go. But you're out beyond the three-point line for no reason, and he's got a lot of places to go. This Blazers player is conceding this switch too early, okay? If you get screened, and if this player comes off the screen, then you switch. Look at this. Zach LaVine hasn't come off the screen yet, so you should still be guarding Zach LaVine. But yet you're switching when Zach LaVine hasn't gone anywhere. This is atrocious one-on-one defense. Why do you keep every time you gamble, you just have to continue to back off. Look at you gamble there. DeMar DeRozan's an artist in the mid-range, and it's good night. So the Blazers are in drop coverage here. This player's guarding Coby White, obviously. So once Coby White makes this pass, please return to your scheduled man that you're guarding, Coby White. Why is this player walking with the man rolling here? What? And stop gambling when guarding DeMar DeRozan. Look at this player just continue to gamble as opposed to just slide his feet. What are you doing? Okay, if you're shading the drop coverage towards the sideline area here, then you have to have backside help. Stop. This is a 2-on-1 right now. So this player's got to step in to take Drummond. This player's got to stay up the line because if a skip pass is made here, you're coming here. This player would go here, and then you would just drop right here. Okay, but if you have no backside help on a 2-on-1, well, then, that happens. Not go under a screen involving Zach LaVine. If you want to run drop coverage, shade him towards this part of the floor here. The big drops here, and now this player's got to move in with his back to the baseline, and there's really no place for Zach LaVine to go to, right? I can stunt, I can recover, and there's no place for him to go, and we're guarding the three-point line. You go under this screen, I mean, please.